This is your go-to guide for Dubois County, a county in southern Indiana that has rallied its communities together to create memorable experiences for all who visit. The Get Indiana team was down there recently to meet with locals and explore the towns of Ferdinand and Huntingburg. Plus, we made pit stops in Jasper and St. Henry. In this video, you're going to learn about the best that Dubois County has to offer, from shops and restaurants to historic stadiums, and stick around until the end where we're going to reveal what our favorite hidden gem was in the entire county. For starters, we stayed at the Fairfield Inn and Suites in Jasper. It's right along the Patoka River. It was super clean, had a nice pool, an incredible workout space, complimentary breakfast, and most importantly, it was walkable to Jasper's most popular German restaurant. More on that in a second. So we started with a fun round of 18 holes at Sultan's Run Golf Course, where the 18th hole is known as Indiana's most dramatic signature hole. We then had to pay our dues at the Schnitzelbank. We loaded up on a few appetizers and its famous Wonder Bar, that's the salad bar, and we closed it out with a few of the beer steins, das Boot. If there's one thing you take away from this video, you cannot go wrong with the salad bar at the Schnitzelbank. It's iconic. Now that we're on the topic of food, let's stick with what's on the menu in Dubois County. In Ferdinand, locals couldn't get enough of Cascade Cafe, a family-owned breakfast restaurant that opened back in 2022. Everything, and I mean everything there, is homemade. I went with the most expensive thing on the menu, the haystack, coming in at $10.99. It was a bed of hash browns covered in biscuits, gravy, eggs. Yes, it was as good as it sounded. Shane went with the pancakes, which were freshly added to the menu the day of our visit. Talk about Hoosier hospitality there. We ended brunch with a huge cinnamon roll. The food at Cascade Cafe hit the spot. The service was friendly from start to finish. They've got a 4.9 rating on Google, and we just gave them a 5. Just a few miles west of Ferdinand and St. Henry was the Bungalow Bar. Now, you can enjoy lunch or dinner here, but we were there for a special occasion. Only a few times a month do they serve breakfast, and our trip happened to line up with this. So we went through there and we ordered all of the specials. We had the Southwest brisket hash, the cinnamon roll pancakes. Oh my gosh, they were so good. Be sure to check them out on Facebook to find out when they're serving breakfast next. Now, over in Huntingburg, the Huntingburg Grind Coffee and Tea was our go-to spot for breakfast. The Huntingburg Grind serves up delicious breakfast sandwiches and, of course, your favorite morning beverages. They opened back in 2023 and recently went mobile by picking up a coffee trailer that allows them to serve at business outings and community events. You need to check out the Huntingburg Grind. The next place we went to was back in Ferdinand. So if you're in the mood for a quick bite, grab drinks and toasted ravioli bites at St. Benedict's Brew Works. This brewery is actually located on the religious grounds of the Monastery Immaculate Conception in Ferdinand. Once we finish with the restaurant recommendations, we'll tell you more about our experiences at the monastery. It was wild. We also made a quick pit stop by the main Street Bistro in Ferdinand for lunch. 2 words for you: chocolate pie. And the bistro sits on the main floor of the old Walleman House, which is listed on the National Registry of Historic Places. Once the home of Dr. Walleman, some believe that the 1903 house is haunted. On a lighter note, the site of Main Street Bistro will soon be home to a 32-foot tall German Christmas pyramid. It will be unveiled to the public this November and will be just one of just a few German Christmas pyramids in the United States. It's pretty cool for a small town. For dinner, there is a fine dining restaurant in Huntingburg we went to not once, but twice. Butcher and Barrel. It's housed in a former bank and owned by 3 barbecue-loving buddies: Jay Maxey, John Patton, and John Schrader. We ordered the hand-cut filet mignon, the New York strips, and the double-bone pork chops. And our sides included something we hadn't eaten before: fried grit cakes. The food, service, atmosphere, everything all top of the line, and the mastermind of the floor-to-ceiling bookcase behind the bar was none other than the restaurant's spiritual advisor, Amanda Troutman, who whips up some incredible cocktails. Another cool touch about Butcher and Barrel: you can actually eat in the old bank vault. I don't say this lightly, but you have to put Butcher and Barrel in Dubois County on your bucket list. It might be the best restaurant south of I-70 in Indianapolis. I'm not joking. We were also recommended Gaslight Pizza and Grill, but our day in Huntingburg was full of tours and we ran out of time, but lots of locals say that Gaslight is great pizza. Now, here are some things to do across Dubois County. We'll lead off in Ferdinand with the Monastery Immaculate Conception. Now, this is home to the Sisters of St. Benedict. There is so much history here, and a full behind-the-scenes tour will give you a better understanding of its significance to Ferdinand and Dubois County as a whole. This place was absolutely stunning with incredible architecture. The monastery tour was honestly one of my favorite parts of this entire trip. There is also plenty of shops in Ferdinand. You could spend an entire day at the Ferdinand Antique and Emporium Vendor Mall. They've got vintage cards, jewelry, coins, book collections, pop bottles, you name it, and they've probably got it. We also made our way over to Tin Lizzie's Home Decor and Gifts. It was once a butcher shop and later the home of someone who went all out for Christmas. 2025 actually marks the 155th year anniversary of this building. It's had multiple lifetimes. It's crazy. Our last stop in Ferdinand was Traditional Arts Today. This nonprofit opened its doors in 2018 to showcase the work of over 40 local artists. Plus, they offer a ton of classes, including book folding and pasta making. If you're more of an outdoors person, make the short drive northeast to the Ferdinand State Forest. We actually climbed the fire tower to get the best views of the forest, which spans over 7,600 acres. There are over 10 miles of trails for hiking and biking, lakes for fishing and boating, hunting, campsites on a beach. It's open from Memorial Day through Labor Day. We had such a great time. Climb the fire tower. It's pretty tall there. It's kind of scary. But over in Huntingburg, they've got a ballpark and a gym to explore that are packed with history. League Stadium is the home of the Dubois County Bombers, a summer collegiate baseball team that has had past and present Major League Baseball players wear their Bombers uniform. The Dubois County Bombers host some of the craziest promotions to enhance the fan experience. Here are a couple examples. $25,000 helicopter cash drop night. This promotion allows 150 fans who make a $20 donation to the team's charity on the field after the game. Then a helicopter hovers above the field and rains down $25,000 on them with a mix of fake money and real money. It's a cash grab free-for-all. Or how about when a barely running used car night? All fans 18 and older receive a raffle ticket for a chance to win a rusty, barely running vehicle. This year's car had a custom Bombers paint job, but that didn't change the car's dependability. League Stadium is better known as a site where parts of the iconic baseball movie A League of Their Own was filmed. The stadium was built in 1894 and renovated in the early 1990s to serve as the movie set, the home stadium for the Rockford Peaches, a prominent professional women's baseball team that played in the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League from the 1940s to the 1950s. The movie featured Tom Hanks, Gina Davis, Rosie O'Donnell, and of course, Madonna. There's actually a few stories that say Madonna didn't like her time in small town Indiana, and there was a lot of back and forth between her and the producer and all the stuff. We heard some funny stories. Who would have thought Madonna doesn't like small town Indiana? The Bombers community relations manager, Shannon, was a total rock star tour guide, and we learned that she was also a movie star. As a Southridge high schooler, she was an extra in A League of Their Own. Who knew that we had famous people walking the streets of Huntingburg? Beyond A League of Their Own, League Stadium was featured in the HBO movie Soul of the Game, and Huntingburg was the scene for parts of the 1998 action flick Hard Rain that included actor Morgan Freeman. Locals like to call Huntingburg the Hollywood of the Midwest, and I love that nickname. I think it's great. Huntingburg Memorial Gym is another historic sports venue in town worth checking out. Our tour included locker room access and stories of the gym's most memorable high school basketball games. The #1 game actually goes back to 1993, sectional first round, when Jasper Scott Rowland made 7 3-pointers in a wild fourth quarter comeback attempt. His 47-point performance was not enough to get past Forest Park. Today, Rowland is in the Baseball Hall of Fame. A more recent athletic sensation and proud Southridge alum is Colson Montgomery, who is currently in the big leagues hitting home runs for the Chicago White Sox. He was a star on the basketball court too, and he could have played D1 college basketball had he not been selected in the first round of the 2021 MLB draft. The final thing you need to check out in the summers is Huntingburg's Fourth Fridays. This is a free concert series held on the last Friday of May, June, July, and August. When the weather's nice, it's a perfect excuse to gather friends and family for a good time. There are food vendors all over the place, drinks, games, activities for kids, and live music to entertain everyone. All right, you've made it this far. It's time for us to reveal our top hidden gem of Dubois County. You're gonna wanna go check out the Red, White, and Brown Music Festival at League Stadium. If you love country music, this is for you. This year was the 5th edition. They had some amazing acts. Tyler Farr, Cody Eichard, Little Texas, and Randy Hauser set the stage for John Michael Montgomery to close out the night. Our crew and a few thousand others sang the night away before a fireworks show wrapped up the evening. This was just the second year of them hosting it there, but it feels like they found a forever home. It was so fun. We had such a great time. I cannot recommend this festival more. Two more recommendations before we go. You got to go check out Jasper's Strassenfest every August, and it's a full-on celebration of the area's German heritage. You got music, dancing, food, and schnitzel galore. It's one of the best festivals in the entire state. One more to round out the video is you got to go check out the Ferdinand Folk Festival. This is held on the third Saturday of September every year, and the Folk Festival always includes a full lineup of live music, plus environmental presentations, arts and crafts, workshops, and food vendors. Overall, Dubois County was an absolute gem. From the delicious food to the friendly locals and the rich history, this is one of those places you go expecting a laid-back weekend and end up making plans to return before you leave. If you like this video about Dubois County, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you stay tuned as we drop more of these local guides. If there's a secret spot in Dubois County that we missed, make sure you leave it in the comments so we know, and let us know down there where you want us to go next. We love exploring the state of Indiana and providing you guys these guides so you can make the most of the Hoosier State and get into all sorts of fun activities. So we'll see you soon.